All right, you're welcome to the main interview segment of the New Dawn, and this is where we talk about something topical in the society. Today, we want to tilt our focus on security, and one aspect of the security of Nigeria, one agent that is doing so well in ensuring that everything goes on well is the Nigerian Police Force. And the Police Service Commission is an oversight agency commission that looks out for how this agency take place and what they do, especially how they relate in the society. Their oversight functions covers promotion, recruitment, and every other thing that you think of in the police force. We have joined us in the studio talking about the Director of Police Promotion, Police Service Commission here in coming to Ogun State to monitor the ongoing recruitment exercise into the Nigerian Police Force is Olumide Shodeide, the Director of Police Promotion, Police Service Commission. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
And we want to talk about towards effective policing. I will not be doing the program alone. My colleague is there. Latif Sanusi. Good morning, Sanusi.
Yeah, good morning, Charity.
You're welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning. Mr. Shodeide, right?
Yeah.
I know. Welcome to the program. Like my colleague said, that is what we're going to be looking at this morning in terms of recruitment, promotion, and anything that has to do with the police force. So my Charity,
okay.
The question?
Let's start from why you're here in Ogun State. We know that there's the ongoing recruitment exercise into the Nigerian Police Force, and one of your oversight function as a Police Service Commission is to see to how police officers get into the force, the level, the merit, and how the process entirely. So let's know why it is very important to come and see to the recruitment and why you think it is important for you to see what the process is like.
Once again, good morning, presenters. Well, like you have rightly said, the functions of Police Service Commission involves recruitment of Nigerians into the police service, promotion of officers, discipline of officers, and formulation of policies that will enable optimal performance of police officers in Nigeria. Like you rightly said, the issue of recruitment is something we cannot, take with levity, because whatever we inject into the police will be given back to us as a country, and that is the reason why we take it very serious. There was a time in this country, I will not mention the president, that said Police Service Commission is recruiting criminals into Nigerian police. So we don't want such, to come up again. So all of us, including the chairman of Police Service Commission, all the commissioners in police, everybody is on the field as I'm talking to you, to see to it that we get the best, into the force, so that we can get what we really want from them as the one in charge of internal security in Nigeria. So that is one of the reasons why I came all the way from Abuja and the team lead for the Ogun State recruitment group. And just about 3 days ago, one of my boss, a retired senior police officer, DIG Taiwo Lakano, is the one in charge of everything concerning police matters. So he's the one representing the Southwest as well. So he has been moving around all the Southwestern states to see that we do the recruitment as it ought to be done. Not with partiality, not with sentiment. If you merit it, then you merit it. If you don't merit it, then you can try another time. And that is the reason you see we are not even, this year is very, very different in our recruitment, in the sense that we involve the NDLEAs. If you come to our center, you see them there, because we don't want any person that is indulged in a drug and the rest to come into the police service, and other agencies like that are with us in this recruitment, all in the name of getting the best out of the applicants. So that's why I'm here.
Talking about some of those steps that you've taken to ensure that you don't get bad eggs into the force. You mentioned one that you have to involve the NDLEA.
Yes,
sir. Can you pinpoint some other key measures that the Commission has actually deployed to ensure that no bad egg gets into the police?
Yes. Every department in the Nigeria Police Force on its own are on the field. We are not the only one. If you get to command headquarters now at Elewero, you see set of police doing their own work. We have the intelligence here. We have the CID there. We have the medicals here. So many departments just to make sure we do our best. No matter how good you are at times, somebody may see slip off, but at least it will be seriously reduced. So all those departments in the force, working on different, sections, they are here in the exercise to ensure that things go well. Even the federal character, they are here because recruitment is local government based.
Okay.
In other words, it is equal number to all local governments. So we don't want somebody that is not from Ogun State to come and take the slot of Ogun State. Yes, so that we not be cheated. So they are here to monitor that one, to ask questions. When you present your certificate of origin, they ask you questions. This one, where is your family house? Where is this? Where is that? Because we have been seeing people who are not from here, but they are getting these certificates. So we are trying to checkmate all these things.
Okay, let me take you back to the constitution that guides Police Service Commission in relation to the Nigerian Police Force.
Yes.
How best, what is exactly the role of Police Service Commission to Nigerian Police Force? A lot of people will say that the Police Service Commission is like a political body overseeing the Nigerian Police Force. Is that right?
No. You see, when you look back at the inception of police in Nigeria, dated back to the time of the British, it was discovered that the work of the police are so enormous that some aspects of it should be seceded from them, so that they can be able to focus on their operational, work. Because like we have Police Service Commission and Nigeria Police is basically for operations. That is, if there is any crime here, they are there. If there is that one there, they are there. So it is the idea of those people that time that a body should be set up to look into the welfare of police, to look into their promotion, to look into their disciplinary issues, and to recruit them, since they want them to focus on the other side of it. But you agree with me that the work police is doing in this country is so much, so much. So we don't want them to just be busy with something that is not operational. So that is why the Constitution gave that portion to Police Service Commission. And like I said, we are in charge of their recruitment, their promotion, their discipline, also that welfare. Yes, when I say welfare, in the sense that we can listen to them if they are passing through anything and channel it to the appropriate quarters. Because the way Nigeria police is structured, we see police affairs. Police affairs deal directly with their welfare, giving them quarters, buying their equipment.
So you are in
between
the police affairs
yes,
and the force.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, and the task we are having in the commission is the major one that really control the operation of Nigeria
Which
Police
is
Force.
recruitment, promotion, and
The discipline. Yes.
Okay, still talking about the recruitment, before we leave that, because that is what brought you to Ogun State.
Yes.
You've been in Ogun State, I believe, for days now.
Yes.
So far, so good. Monitoring the recruitment process at the State Command.
Yes.
What's your assessment of the recruitment? What are your observations? So far, so good. How has it been?
Yes, it has been very good, but the only disappointment is the fact that not all the applicants turn up for their screening.
Okay.
For instance, in Ogun State, we have 3,933 applicants applied from Ogun State. But as I'm talking to you now, what we have recorded so far is 1,000, a little bit above 1,000, not up to 1,050.
Wow.
You know, so and by now, the way we structure it, we're supposed to have covered almost like 1,700 thereabout. So our, applicants are not turning up. I don't know the reason for that, and that is one of the reasons why my boss has to come in. Like I said, we visited Alake of Ebaland, we visited Olowo of Owo, to appeal to them, to help us tell other traditional rulers under there, appeal to these applicants, let them come. We are not, see, until we finish the screening, they can come any day. So I want them to be clearly now. The screening is going to expire by between 18 and 22, because 18 is official, they want to do mop-up.
Okay.
Between that 18 and 22.
Of April?
Yes, of April. So, and we have been around since March 9. So you can see it's a very long period, yes, for them. So I'm still appealing to them. Let them come out. We need them. Since the president is not going back on the issue of state policing, every state has to provide its own people to police, their environment.
Yes,
so we will not go and bring somebody from Delta to come and police Ogun State. So if our own refuse to come out, we will do the work for them. So they should please come out. They should be encouraged. We are still waiting for them. Anytime they want to come, let them come. We see, screen them and then take their records.
Okay, what do you think is responsible for this non-interest in joining? I have read in the newspapers, seen on social media, on the TV too, that a lot of Southwesterners, especially the non-housers, let me put it that way, are not joining the security agencies. So why do you think it is so?
Well, you are very correct. You see, it's not only in the Southwest, both in South-South, Southeast, anything South.
Okay.
I don't know what is our thinking, because if you leave your home open, then anything can come in. Nobody will police the place for you. Our youths today, they are running after quick money. They want sharp money. See, so many of them into Yahoo, into all these things, and that money is already convinced to them that you can make money anytime. How will I go and say, how much are they paying them, the police? It's not like that. Police are being paid, and they are saying, government is working on, improving on their salary, and I think that it should have been about 90% completed by now. So they should not, money, if you make money and there's nobody to protect you and that money, some other person will come one day and come and carry away that money. In the north, I'm telling you, there are states that have 34,000 people that applied. There are states that have 27, 28, 38, like that, 1,000 that applied. But can you imagine in the south here? In fact, I don't want to mention states. There are states that we have only 1,000 something that applied. And look at it this way. We are having 50,000 applicants to recruit. And when you divide that by 774 local governments, like I said, this local government base, you have 64 applicants per local government. So in a place like Ogun State, we have 20 local governments. Am I right?
Yeah.
So if we are going to take 64, multiply by 20, that should be by 1,003 something thereabouts. So if at the end of the day, after screening, we don't get up to 1,000, what happens? We have to give it out to everybody.
Even with the higher numbers.
Yes. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that will be a cheat on us. So our youth should see this rather than
going kind of short-changing.
Yes. So they should see this better offer than going into criminal activities. You know, what we call it, Yahoo, and the rest, and they are engaging themselves. This is an honorable job. You understand? Where their name, you know, can be, refurbished. Where their name can be written in gold, depending on what, you know, they have done. So that's what I would say. But you know, youth, like I said, they want money. But
tell me about the youth that want money. As you were talking, what also came to my mind is actually part of where I actually want us to touch on. But now that you've driven towards that direction, maybe I should just ask you.
Okay.
Looking at youth having quick money, some will tell you that some of these young boys are also aided by some of these policemen. You see some of them, when you check their phones, they have countless number of names of police officers that they can, you know, reach out to at their beck and call when they run into trouble because of illegitimate things that they're doing. And that also speaks to the discipline that your commission oversees.
Yes.
How do you ensure that you know, all this corruption, and you see some other policemen too, because if you are talking about corruption, you also talk about impunity. We've seen policemen that they will just frame someone. I've seen someone that went to jail or that went to the cell, eventually was freed because he was framed. So how do you look at all of these issues? How do you manage all of these issues? If a young boy has the money and he can easily call a policeman at his beck and call, you are not telling them to come and join the force.
That is where the word effective policing comes in now. Understand? For us to be effectively policed in this country, all of us, including you and myself, should be ready to give information. Like, for instance, I sit in my office in Abuja. I can't see what is going on in Ogun State. I can't see what is going on in Anambra State. But if you are going out, you saw something, and then you speak out, you know, to the right source, we will take it off from there. That is the essence of them having their numbers, having their name. Any officer that doesn't have number and names, you should report that officer immediately at the nearest police station. You understand? That means such officer might likely have an hidden agenda. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if the community reports to us, we will take action. Police Service Commission does not take nonsense about this issue of corruption. My chairman doesn't have any tolerance for all these things. But if you don't tell us, how do we know? Somebody has to report to us. It's not enough to report at the police station. Get to the Police Service Commission who perform the oversight function. When we see it, we know where to channel it to, and we want a result, and they will give us a result on it.
As much as the community has to do that, I know over time we do have different monitoring teams, IGP monitoring teams, and all of that, that does all of these things. How effective are they, and how well does your commission actually work with these different monitoring teams to ensure that you get all this information besides telling the public to also provide?
Yes, you see, when we look at the function of commission very well, we are not in the operation.
Yeah.
Police is the one in charge of operation. And when information gets to them, if it doesn't get to the commission, honestly, there's nothing commission will do. But I can assure you, if somebody, you know, do something disgraceful to you, or you think this person has cheated me as an officer, you know, every organization has a way of protecting themselves. But that is why we have this oversight function. When you get to us, the oversight them, we are not going to shield them. We will invite them to the Police Service Commission. Come and tell us how this and this and this happen. We have invited so many like that, no matter the rank, from DIG to recruits. If you bring their, you know, you bring them to the commission for one reason or the other, we will take charge. All this one you mentioned, going out, IGP monitoring team, SWAT, that quick response, and all this, they are under the purview of the IGP. You understand? Because it's operation. But once something goes wrong in the field, anybody that have that information, give it to us. We are not going to arrest you. We have a department that will work on that one, get information and bring back to the commission. And if we need to invite that person, we invite. If we want IG to further investigate and brief us back, we will tell IG. And commission cannot tell IG to give us an information and we say no, because we are working together. So it will give it to us and then we work on it.
So how open is this complaint channels that you were speaking about?
It's very open.
Your headquarters is in Abuja.
Yes.
And we know that except that the police stations and all that, I've seen boxes all over there where they will say you can drop your complaints.
Yes.
Aside that, do you have other channels that you get complaints from and they pass it to you?
Well, we have complaint monitoring unit under the investigation department in the Police Service Commission. But whenever you are sending information, it has to come to the chairman. Once the chairman receives it, it minutes to that department and they start work on it immediately. And I can tell you honestly, 100% assured, we will bring them the book.
Okay, let's talk about training now. A lot of complaints about the Nigerian police force and some officers, not everybody now, because we have seen a lot of officers who are doing well and making the force proud.
Yes.
Now, those bad eggs, how regular do you give them orientation, trainings? And a lot of people will say even with trainings you need retraining too. So how often is a commission looking at training and retraining and some maybe exchanging notes from other clients, countries, so that the Nigerian police force will be seen as best among equals?
Yes, training and retraining is a serious issue with us in the commission. It's what if you follow social media very well, you will discover what my chairman is doing. My chairman is a DIG Ashim Sali Warugungu, retired. You see, he goes out to so many places to deliver lecture on the betterment of police in Nigeria. And the first thing is training and retraining and retraining, and that is happening. But you see, there are some people, no matter what you do, what they want to do is what they will do. And those are the people that we are looking after to get them out of the force. We want to get them out of the force. If you cannot blend with the training that is being given to you, then you are not supposed to be in the force. So a lot of them, if you come to our disciplinary department, I can tell you, at every point in time, we have close to 1,000 cases. And we are handling them like that. Some dismissed, after dismissed to be prosecuted in the court, some to be suspended for some time, some to be interdicted. Different punishment we award to them. But like I said, we are not in the operation on the field. People has to inform us. People should know that there is a body called Police Service Commission that perform oversight function over Nigeria Police Force. Once that is done and everybody key into that, I'm telling you, we will get what we want in Nigeria.
The training, do you look at the aspect of technology and the digital equipment? So because the world is going towards that.
Yes.
Officers, Nigerian officers are going towards that. And how effective is that area?
It's because we have a full department headed by a DIG in Nigeria Police Force on ICT, AI, and all these things. So our police are not relent. They are building up themselves every day. Like, as we are even doing recruitment, we will put in our recruitment, if you have computer experience, it's a good advantage for you. Because definitely, my chairman used to say something, say, data rules the world. And in fact, without data, it will be difficult for us to be proactive in that work. But if there's data, there's a way to monitor things without leaving your zone. It will give us, a better understanding of what we are doing, and it will make us to take action before a crime is, is committed. So, Nigeria Police Force, I can tell you, they have a very laudable program as touching ICT, AI, and the rest.
Yeah, because it's very important, and for the commission too, because when you were talking about people reaching out to the commission, you mentioned reaching out to the chairman, and I kept thinking, a common man on the street that has a complaint, that wants to reach out, there should be a seamless way in this era of technology of reaching out to the commission. Is it maybe social media handles, or what are other technology?
Yes, we have some social media handles in the commission, which is being deployed by the Department of the ICT in the commission. You know, we have it, and there are some phone numbers also with them. I don't have it here with me, that we publish for people, you know, to reach us. But like I said, you see, I don't know whether it's all over the world, but in Nigeria, we don't work towards getting information that will enable us to get better. Do you understand what I'm saying now? We don't work towards it. Yeah, even you see, even at the CP's office, you get to CP's office, you lay a complaint, the CP will take charge immediately. And if it's something they cannot undo, they forward it back to the headquarters in Abuja. You understand? And like I tell you, we are not sparing anybody on this matter. If the reason is that, you know, Police Service Commission as a civilian, we work like civil servant. Understand? The only difference between us is that we are not called civil servants. We are directly under the presidency, and for a specific assignment that we are doing. So when anybody wants to communicate with the commission, if you don't get it through the head, it might not get to the department it's going. Like I've been coming to Ogun State for assignment now. It's over 12, 13 years. I will just see my phone ring sometimes, say, hey, sir, something is happening in social place. Because of my number that have been published many years ago, and I will take action immediately. Many times I call the CP in Ogun State, I call the PPRO, I call the CID, say, this, please help me look into it. At times I refer them to go there. You understand? Those are the part of the things that we are doing. If you look at our advertisement now, there are some numbers on it. All those numbers, if anybody calls those numbers, we will pick it. It does not really mean it has to be the official number. Once it is problem affecting police and the community, we will take action immediately.
Okay, let's look at the community a little bit, and look at the citizens, the civil service, civil societies, and how they can relate well with the Police Service Commission.
Yes.
What role do you expect from the citizens or Civil Service Commission or any other stakeholder in the issue of security and all that as it relates to the Police Service Commission? Do you expect anything from the people? How best do you want them to key into the mandate of your commission?
Number one is communication, effective communication. When you communicate, you have solved a lot of problems. Because if you don't hear something, you can't take action on it. But the moment you are informed, then action will start immediately. Like I said, my chairman doesn't take all this nonsense. His own is, don't let him hear it. Even you collect £1 from somebody in line of duty, don't let him hear it. Once you hear, you that collect, the person that gave you, how it happened, all of you will be arrested immediately for interrogation, and the right discipline will be awarded at the end of the day. You understand what I'm saying? So what we want from the community, well, before I go to that one, we are working to make sure that we have Police Service Commission in all zones and states of the country. Understand? So I know we have sent letter to the state government to give us an office where Police Commission can be, you know, domicile. So we are still waiting for their reply. Like I'm telling you now, Borno State has given to us, Benue has given to us, Plateau have given to us, Oyo State is, I think Oyo State too has sent their own. So but Ogun State, Lagos, and then we are still waiting. Once we get this thing, we establish immediately, and this one I told you, we have deployed staff there. They are working there now. People know they are there. So once we get, response from the government of Ogun State, immediately we establish. And the people can go there to lodge their complaint rather than looking for where to go. It's already, we are closer to the community. So, and the community should take away every fear in them. Commission is not police, we don't wear uniform. So they should not see us as police. Some people say, police service commission and police is here, police. So it's the same thing. No, it's not the same thing. We are civilian, like as we are sitting down. Come to us, lodge your complaint, we will take action on it. So we want community to believe, in us, and also let them believe in Nigeria Police Force too. Yes, we have very good officers, like you said at the beginning, very good officers in Nigeria Police Force. It is not everybody that is bad. When you are having almost 300,000 police officers, and you think you will not get 10, 20, 100 that will be bad, or 1,000 that will be bad, it's not possible. You will see when people want to come in, they will pretend they will do this. They are like this. They are like that. Is why we said even in the recruitment now, you take it to the traditional ruler or to the local government head or to somebody that has name in society to testify that this is who you are, so that if anything happens, we are coming to handle you. You are the one that recommended this person. Why is this one happening? And this and that. You understand? So
okay. Another thing that I want us to touch on is something that can help better police force and help the morale of officers and men, which it's like two sides of the coin. So I want us to look at the two sides.
Okay.
The first side is accelerated promotion for some officers. These some officers also find that demoralizing. I remember the drama that happened when the current IGP was, nominated, and we had the DIG that some people felt should have been, I mean, it's a senior that was still in service, and people reminded them that this person had some accelerated promotion. So why is the commission, and sometimes last year, this is important, sometimes last year, the force itself made a statement on it through the then first PR that has become a concern for them, where people have now started lobbying and requesting for unofficial promotion, sending it to the office of the IGP and your commission. So what's your commission doing in this regard to ensure that fine, you want to reward distinguished service, but at the end of the day, you don't also do it to demoralize other officers that, okay, this is something that maybe I'm told as a senior, now I'm giving him or her my compliment as my boss.
Well, that issue is highly political at times. But other than that, we always reward hard work. We reward hard work. If there's any gallant performance someone has made, to encourage that person. Because you see, the way we encourage our own police here is not the way it's been done in other places, you understand? And since we don't have money to give to them, we think what we can do is to give them a kind of accelerated promotion. But we must have done something gallantry that deserve that accelerated promotion. Not that one alone. When you go to school, like for instance now we have some people with PhD, and I can tell you they are still sergeants, they are still inspector, and the commission has issued a policy statement on that all those people, they should compile them, bring them to Police Service Commission. We are going to promote them in a commensurate measure with the degree they are holding.
Yeah, that's a general accelerated promotion. We are talking about some officers, maybe GC offices that they are, and yes, to that they get some
yes. Yeah, you see, it happens everywhere. We are in the democracy. That's the truth of it. But I can tell you, we turned down so many in the last 3 months in the commission. So many was turned down by my chairman. I said, no, this one cannot go, this one cannot be done. And we left it there. But you see, we are in democracy. There are some authority at times that you cannot say no to. But it is not general. It's not that because I'm following governor now said promote, we will not do it. I'm telling you the truth. because and recently
these are governors that want them to give you offices in their states for the commission.
So, does that?
I'm just asking.
Yes. Let me know. Does that mean that because of that, because you are CSO or you are orderly to governor, we must just give you promotion for what? Is it a guarantee work? It is not. It is not. And you can see that the president has even announced that all the officers following VIP should be withdrawn. And the new IGP is working on that as well, withdrawing them. So they should allow civil defense to do that work, so that police can face the internal security.
Okay, so that we can properly manage our time. Let's look at the other side of the coin before my colleague will ask a question. The other side of the coin is that we've spoken about accelerated promotion. We've also seen delayed promotion, whereby officers spend more than necessary number of years on a particular rank, and sometimes it's demoralizing that ordinarily I'm due for promotion and I'm not getting it. So your commission, what are you doing in this regard to ensure that people are promoted promptly as at when due? Okay,
let me now give you a very good scenario. You see, when you are employing police, the way police comes in, they comes in a group. Are you getting my point? We call them causes this, causes that, causes that. Now we are recruiting 50,000 at the age of 25. In the next 35 years, all of them will be 60. So that means at the age of 60, these 50,000 will exit the force at the same time. Okay. Get my point? Now, because of that, it has become very difficult to get all of them promoted at the same time. Because there is what we call establishment. Okay. And establishment will tell you 1 IG, okay, 8 DIGs, okay, this number of AIG, this number of CPs, down the line like that. So whenever you want to promote, we look into all that. So whatever is the number of vacancies available is the number of people that we push into that. We cannot go above the establishment.
So in such a situation, how do you reassure the officers and men to make them understand that you care about them, that they also have to remember this fact?
See, all of them know. And that is the reason why they want to go out to go and lobby to get promoted quickly. They know all these things, and that is what we are trying to pull down completely, because it is, like you said, very demoralizing for them. But there is no way. You see, even in the civil service, all of you come in like this, but as time goes on, it becomes a pyramid. You understand what I'm saying? It becomes a pyramid, and there is no way you can overrule that. There's no way. There are some of them that they will get to CSP and retire. And some people, they will still be ASP or SP. And then they will retire at the same. That is why when they are coming in, we give them first number. Like this one that are coming out, they will get first number because they are junior officers. And that first number goes on serially like that. That is how their name will be on the staff list of Nigeria Police Force. So as vacancy is opening, we'll be taking them like that. If we have 3,000 opening, we take from number 1 to 3,000. This one has gone. Whenever we have another opening, maybe 500, we take from 3,001 to 3,500. We promote. That is how the system runs, and it is everywhere, even here in the state. That is how the system runs. So, but people are looking for fast way, and let me tell you, it is not working as they want it. Okay. And there are some level, especially between CSP and ACP. It is like you are crossing from level 14 to directorial cadre, assistant director. You know, the number of you in the level 14 cannot, all have that vacancy to get to assistant director, because at that top the thing is choking, is choked up. You understand? So it is, you will begin to come one by one like that. So for CSP to cross to ACP, I'm telling you, there are people that are using 9 years. And it is not the making of anybody, it is the structure of that system. And there's nothing that can be done.
Okay, let me take you back to the recruitment deficit that we have somewhat identified. How do you intend to bridge the gaps now? I know that this 50,000 that Nigerian police through you want to get, it will take a number of years before some people will come in. So there will be some gaps at some point in the recruitment. How do you want to bridge it? Will it be so effective for policing the community that we want to commit?
This recruitment comes every year.
Okay.
Yes. Until the president say otherwise. So as we are doing this year, once we finish this one now, we will start preparation for another one that will, come up by next year.
50,000?
Yes, yes. Okay. Until that is the when the Alhaji Buhari was the president, he gave 10,000 for 5 years, and we are consistent about it, doing it. So the current president also has given, directive 50,000 until he further say no. We will continue to do like that because, like, let me tell you.
Sorry, for his own 50 years, did he put a benchmark like the former president? He said former president said 10,000.
No, he did not put benchmark. Okay. Just say so. That's why I say until another pronouncement. Okay. You understand? So let me quickly tell you that the number of people, of officers that are retired yearly in Nigerian police force, they are enormous. There was a time I was in the recruitment department, and I am in charge of retirement. There's no year that will have less than 10 to 15,000 that will retire.
10 to 15,000
that will retire. That's why I said they come in group. So if me, you, and I, we come in 1987, and we have spent our 35 years, or we are 60 years, these three of us will go at the same time. So you just require that 10,000 people, 3,000 people, it doesn't matter. Once you have, all of you just exist. So and this will come off every two weeks like that. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I am telling you, 2 weeks, 3 weeks like that. You will see people, some people will qualify to retire by 31st of March. Some will qualify to retire by 2nd of April. Some will qualify yes, that is how they are. And they are not one, they are not two.
I think you are no longer in the office based on what you say. You say you used to be.
Yes.
But if I can ask you, maybe you have that information. Yes. Like when we have the new IG now,
yes.
all of us know that at least 8 DIGs retired.
Yes.
Maybe about 20 other officers at that level.
Yes.
In total, do you have an idea of the number of policemen that actually exited based on age and maybe
based on age,
age of service and rank? And we spoke about the rank that we did.
Yes. Is it with this with the
current appointment of the current IG?
It only affect the IG and the DIGs.
Okay.
And we have 8 DIGs and 1 IG, so 9 of them, and they have been replaced.
What about AIGs?
No AIG goes because AIG is still on the lower cadre when you consider AIG, DIG, IG.
What I'm saying, the current IG is an AIG. Was it the most senior AIG at that time? The time I was appointed.
Well, you see, that one you cannot decide it. It's the prerogative of the president to bring up anybody that he thinks he wants to work with, but not lower than the rank of AIG.
Okay, let's go back to your oversight functions now. One of which is the policy formulation for the Nigerian police force. What policy do you think Nigerian police force really need at this time? A lot of reforms are there that you are pushing out, and a lot of people are seeing some differences. Yeah, we can see some differences in the officers you get these days. A lot of educated officers are being recruited these days, so they know what the law is saying and what the Constitution is saying. So what policy do you think the Nigerian police force really needs so that Nigerians can see that the Nigerian police force are doing their best and the Police Service Commission are doing their role, playing their role in the way that it will be effective for both parties to function?
Okay, let me first of all inform you that since sometime last year, we brought up a policy, formulated a policy that all police officers should write exam for promotion. Before that time, you just bring. Once you are due and there's vacancy, you just bring, and then we approve. But now, since last year, we have been, conducting promotion exam because that is the standard all over the world. In the military, you don't just go to the next rank without passing an exam. So, and with that, some are afraid that we have allowed them to fail, so that they begin to know that it is very serious for them to know what they are doing. Because what we ask them is just police ethics. Yes, that's all.
Grounded.
Yes. So that we want them to be grounded in whatever they are doing. After we have finished that exam, those of them senior, like from ACP upward, we still have interview for them, other interview. They will still sit before the board. Begin to ask them, if you are the CP of Sokoto State, what do you think you want to put in place in this phase of insurgency? They will talk, we will assess them. We will assess them. So with that, they are brushing themselves up, familiarize themselves very well with what they are doing. Initially, they don't do that. They know that when the permission comes, they will just be promoted. But that one is not happening again. We really, thoroughly drill them to make sure they merit the post we want to give them.
Talking about meriting the post, the number one policeman in Nigeria now is the IGP.
Yes.
Some of us also know what he has done before he became IGP. As a commission, can you share maybe some of the standout track record of the current IG? You feel that it's important for Nigerians to know?
Yes, when he was the CP in FCT, he did very well. He checkmated insecurity very well, deployed very well, very proactive. The only time I think we in FCT really enjoy this, so it's part of it. He was once a PSO to even the former IG, and then he did well as well. I have personal, working relationship between commission and the police. Many times when I go there, I meet him when he was the PSO. I want to, some issue that cannot, it's not for open consumption. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now let me take you to the reforms that the Police Service Commission really need now. We know that you are playing a very vital role in ensuring that the police affairs and the Nigerian police force work and the people will see. So what reform do you think will help you do this work effectively? Because in these three arms of policing, the people are not in good times, are not in good relations, then the people will see that we see the police force first before all the other two. So what do you think the reform that will help you will really be, and how effective can that be?
Well, for now, we are all on the same page. Many years back, police and Police Service Commission almost like Tom and Jerry. But these days, we understand ourselves. We are working for a common goal. Commission goes to Force Headquarters anytime. IGP come anytime when they want to discuss issues. If it involves the police affairs, we go together as well. So the best reform that we need in police is this training and retraining, so that they can master the current policing system that is obtainable in the whole world. Once we have that one, I am telling you, everything will be better, because our police, they go out, they go for peacekeeping, they go for Interpol meetings and all these things, and they see what is going on there. You understand? So if we also practice it the way it's being practiced over there, I'm telling you, Nigeria is a very good place for us to dwell.
So what's limiting the practice?
Funding is number one.
Okay.
I must tell you, funding. Police needs to be well funded. There are a lot of things they need money to do. You can't use your salary to do it. So government needs to pump money for them. When you give them what they requested for, then every other thing will fall. You can't send people to training abroad without money. There must be enough money to send that person to that training, and then when the person comes back, to input whatever he or she has learned into the system. You understand? So funding is very, very essential. It's a key. Once that one is solved, I'm telling you, we have people, we have good officers that can set out and become ambassador of Nigeria, in policing.
Okay. Let's come back to your job in Ogun State.
Yes.
And talk about it again for the people to know why it is important to come into the... So at what level are you, and why do you think Ogun State people should key into this opportunity of the 50,000 for the year 2026?
Yes. The phase we are in now is the phase of documents and physical screening. What we mean by document is your certificates, your everything, and then the physical screening, whether your physique, your appearance, your feature, whether it's, reveal that can join police or not. So that is the stage we are in now. Immediately after that stage, we will go into CBT exam. Those people that escape through this stage, they will write computer-based tests. Those people that pass that computer-based test will now go for medical screening. After that, we do final selection.
Will Ogun State get its quota?
I'm telling you 100%. We will get. If we don't get, we have to look at the neighboring state. That is why I say I'm pleading to parents, pleading to guardians, traditional rulers. Please let this applicant come. Those people who have missed their day, we are still waiting for them. Let them come. Okay. We'll see accommodate them. We'll see screen them.
Okay, that's it. We need to go. We have a lot of questions for you, but time won't permit us to go beyond this. Thank you so much, Olumide Shudaide. He is the director of Police Commission from the Police Service Commission from Abuja. He's actually in Ogun State to monitor the ongoing recruitment exercise, and it will be ending by April 22 or 20 in Ogun State. So those who are still in that gap, if you have your application, please come and see them. They would know what to do so that we will fill the quota for Ogun State. Exactly. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Very much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yes, happy Easter to you from all of us. Happy Good Friday. Another set of phone calls. I return on Monday for a fresh edition of the military segment of New Dawn on OGTV. Until then, enjoy your day and the rest of your weekend.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.